What is happening, folks? Sebastian Quick here. Welcome you back to the Quick and a brand new playthrough of Everwind. So, we did a couple of Everwind videos earlier this year, really early part of this year, I think, as part of the demo that released right around that time. Had some fun, played some offline as well. Played a little multiplayer with my son. That was a lot of fun as well. So, about a month ago, the first big content patch, content update came out on Steam and added a number of things, some quality of life stuff, some new content, new mobs, that sort of thing. So I thought I'd jump back in and take a look and see what they've added and see what's changed. So let's go ahead and take a look. I've gone ahead and created a new character here. One interesting note is that the new update really really made some changes to the way worlds are generated and saved, which resulted in old worlds having to go through a conversion process, which I wanted to avoid altogether, so I just deleted my old worlds and started new. Well, most of them. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play and create a new world. Call it Endor as usual and dive on in. All right, we will see if the opening cinematic has changed. I suspect it has not. It's a pretty short one, so we'll just let it play. Kind of like it. Kind of one of those situations where, you know, wake up rather than wake up on a beach, washed up on shore. You're waking up on a stone floor with some sort of rusty pipe. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as it was before. We are on top of a fairly tall building. Alright, well, as with any good survival game, your first task is to collect everything that's not nailed down. So we will go ahead and do that. Sticks and stones, mostly. Grass for fiber. Make ropes and such. Alright, I think that is about it. We will also grab this torch. The torch can actually be used as a weapon, so... And it does a nice job of setting things on fire, which can be handy. Alright, I think we got a stone over here, but I think that's about it up here. Turn that off and on. Oh, can we not turn it? That's interesting. I never noticed that before. You can turn it off, but we can't turn it back on unless... Ah, there we go. Interesting. And... interesting and intuitive, which I appreciate in a game. Alright. We will bang on some barrels here. Barrels and boxes. Again, we'll collect everything we can. The spider webs, the cobwebs can be used for alchemy, which we won't have access to for a while, but doesn't hurt to gather this stuff in anticipation. Alright. Got some... I could use my little pipe to beat those barrels up, but it doesn't really go any faster with the pipe, and it reduces its durability, so might as well just use my good old fist. Alright, I think that's about it. Oh. See, we can light them on fire. We can even light them on fire through the bars. So there's that. Now, the the skeleton sword has a longer reach than you might think. So we gotta be a little careful. Can block. Alright, not too bad. Okay, I think we got everything in here. We'll move on to the next. Move on to the next room. Okay, so you can see that how much? Yeah, you can see that it really isn't any faster to do it with a weapon. Now that changes when you get access to an axe. I will show you how that works in a moment. Okay, more cobwebs. For a long time, I was under the false assumption that cobwebs allowed you to make like string. I don't think that's the case. Let's check it real quick. No. Rope and thread both use plant fiber. Can't actually do any item crafting with cobwebs, but again, it is used, I believe, in alchemy. So, alright, let's go ahead and grab this wooden chest. Can't have too much storage. Again, that becomes faster. Oh, I was going to show you. So when you hover over, you can see stone fire pit's got a little pickaxe next to it. That's the tool that you want to use to pick that up. Anything made, as you might guess, anything made of wood will have a axe next to it. Anything made of stone or metal will have a pickaxe next to it. Actually, metal has well, other metals we'll find in the game later. There's also some sort of drill, which I haven't come across yet, but it's a different icon. Okay. Little water. Let's go ahead and take this as well. We do start with a pretty good sized inventory, which is very much appreciated. Alright, and the game's going to have this little tutorial on cooking. So we'll do a little bit of that real quick. Gather some mushrooms. Anything else in here? Nope. Here and right there. Okay. Oh, no. Over here too. Alright. We don't need to bother with poor little skeleton guy here. Oh. Here too. I swear sometimes they just like generate when you're not looking, but I cannot confirm. Alright, so cooking. We should have enough to make a single, what is it, mushroom stew. Alright, and let's grab a board and cook it up. And there we are. Okay, so so I think, let's take a look, see what that gets us. 68 points over 30 seconds, and we currently are at 50 out of 100, so that will be nice. That's interesting, I never noticed. Huh. Why does it look like there is a space there? Interesting. Alright, let's also grab this. No sense leaving this behind. It's a perfectly good cooking station. Okay, next floor down. Ooh, a lot more cobwebs down here. And a pickaxe. Let's grab this one. What the heck? So, we now have a pickaxe. Let's go ahead and equip that. Like so. We get access to some more mushrooms. Alright, so... let's bang on it with a rock. Actually, that seemed to go a little faster. I didn't notice that before. I guess, again, that makes sense, but... okay, we have some copper over here we can collect. Now my recollection is that, and I don't think this was actually part of the first big patch. I think they changed this ahead before that, but used to be, I think there used to be a chest here that had the actual copper ore in it. You didn't have to mine it, but they've added this as a... ooh, +4 defense, nice. They added that as, again, another introduction to mining, one of the core mechanics of the game. So I think that's a good change. Apologies, I have to keep muting my microphone so I can clear my throat, having some allergy issues, as always. Okay, I think, let's go ahead and smelt up. Alright, we only got, let's see, we can only do 2. Should be just about done. Alright. Hopefully we'll find some more copper on the island. You don't always. Alright, I think we are ready to go down to the bottom floor. Alright, we got everything we need out of here, right? One thing about torches in this game is they don't actually have durability. You can bang on them. You can bang on stuff as much as you want, and they never wear out and never go out. So there's no reason to collect. Well, I shouldn't say there's no reason, but there's less of a reason to collect more than one torch than most other games. Alright, so there is a baddie down here that we're going to have to fight. Let's go ahead and have a bite before we fight. Alright, oh, he's seen us. Alright, no problem. We'll let our health regen a little bit. Actually, let's go ahead and jump down. That was actually pretty good. We didn't take a whole lot of damage there. Okay. Oh, right there. We need to highlight it, open it up, and... got a decent sword. That will be a significant improvement over that little pipe. Another nice... Oop, I want to put this... put this down here. Don't really need the torch anymore. Go ahead and grab everything else. Okay. So... let's see, let's organize. We can learn that. We can equip that. Probably should have done that before. We've got some stuff here. We want to... okay, let's... actually, I want to... so if I bang on this with... if I bang on this with some fiber, it takes off that much. If I bang out with a rock, yeah, I guess it's about the same. Okay, alright, so my reason for doing all that is I'm going to start putting some... oh, what do we need for a crafting station? Oh, need some rope. Easy enough. Alright, let's do... we're going to need a fair amount of rope here. Let's do... 5. Let's do 5. And go ahead and craft that. Okay, and let's... alright. Now, let's do a little looking around. What I want to do next is... I want to make a copper axe. So there's more copper over there. Eventually we'll get that boat, but we don't need to grab it right away. Alright, we'll get some copper, make a copper axe, and then go do some exploring. So usually what I do is do a copper axe, copper pickaxe. Alright. Not sure I'll be able to do both right off the bat here. I might have to find some more copper. Need a different, let's see, what do we need? We need the smithing station to do higher level weapons, so that'll have to wait. Alright, let's... so what do we got? Ooh, 34. That's actually pretty good. We should be able to do 4. Actually, we might be able to do both. I think we'll be able to do both, because we can do 4, and we have 2, so that'll get us... should get us both. Alright, so let's go ahead and... grab these, and smelt those. Oh, the other thing we can do is... where is... oh, there it is. Let's put this down. Actually... the other thing I want to make is a bucket. Great, bucket. So I can collect some water, which will allow me to do some better crafting, food. Let's grab that, or good, right to our hotbar. There we go. All right. So now we have. All right. Now we have 6. So if we come over here, we're going to need sticks. We don't have any sticks. We need 6 sticks, and we need 2 more rope. Let's get that taken care of. So there's our 2 more rope, and oh, you know what? Oh, that's your shovel. We want, yeah. All right. One thing that took me a while to realize, and sometimes I still forget this, is you can make sticks from planks, which is really weird. It's very it's counterintuitive for me anyway. Forest plank is more of a refined material, whereas sticks are just something you pick up off the ground. So how you can make sticks from, especially with leaves, how you can make sticks with leaves on them from a forest plank is a bit of a mystery, but we will go ahead and make, what did I say we needed? 6? Yes, 6. And you get 4 per, so we'll just do like that. Alright, axe, craft. Pickaxe, craft. Alright, that uses up our copper. So let's do that. Alright, so we'll have to gather some more copper to do anything else interesting. Alright, I think... Here, let's do this. Let's start getting rid of some stuff here. We don't need to carry that around, don't need that anymore. Don't need chests right now. Let's do that. Probably not going to need that. Since we are, our inventory is only constrained by space and not weight, I typically don't bother to store items that I'm going to continue to collect. So I'm going to continue to collect fiber, so I might as well keep it in my inventory. Even though this game does support crafting from storage, which is great. All right, let's finish up around here. Let's see. Axe, you'll see how much easier this. Oh, we got our. Got some nice more rope. We've got a recipe. Used to be a nice animation when you learned a recipe. It would be kind of like a little fanfare sound, a little like sparklies that would appear. It seems to have been lost, which is too bad. Kind of like that. Alright. We used to have to pound on those things like 6 or 7 times. Now it's like once. So you can see the usefulness of an axe. Now, there is a little secret back here. Sometimes, yeah, we got some force crystal dust. There's also a little secret room down there, but it's more easily accessed from the outside. So we will go check that out in a moment. I think that's it for here. In here. Oh, we got some stuff up here we can grab. Back to the axe. More rope. Love it. Alright. Let's come on out. We have this one. Blueberries, why not? Okay. We have gathered the most useful things here. Let's go check out that. What is this? Oh, that's the blueberry bush. Alright, we have our next quest. We need to go check out the used to be like a crash site for an airship. It doesn't really look like a crash site anymore. We'll go check that out in a moment. Alright, wooden barricade. And then we can open it up. Alright, what have we got in here? So we got some wood, some arrows, and some potions. And that's about it. Alright. Alright, I'm not going to rush off to that site. I'm just going to take, let's see, I'm going to take a leisurely stroll around here. We got a little lucky with the durability of the items that we found. The sword here is almost full durability, which is appreciated. Alright, let's see if there's anything around here. Sometimes there will be a little chest. Not this time, unless it's up. Nope. Alright. Sometimes you have to dig, but I don't see anything that would indicate that there's any place to dig here, so we'll leave it. We're a little light on armor at the moment, so let's gather up some stuff here. Go back and take care of that. We didn't collect... No, we've just been collecting recipes for armor. We haven't collected an awful lot in the way of armor itself. Oh, got something interesting over that way. Okay, so this is where I guess we'll shoot over there. That's kind of in our general vicinity, or where we need to go anyway. Right, like these, those are good for making certain types of food. And like dark pheasants. Alright, this will often be guarded by a couple skeleton or two, so we'll want to keep an eye out. I haven't seen any boar yet, which is a little unusual. There are usually quite a few around, hanging out. Alright, usually a fair amount of stuff in here to be found. Alright, we're going to collect stuff first, and we'll come back and we'll do our scanning as it wants us to do. Alright, I think I heard a boar. Food sacks. Start filling up our inventory here, which isn't a bad thing. Okay, scan. Alright, we'll go around, do our scanning, and then we'll come back and collect them. Alright, we've already scanned one of these, so we will... Oh, is this... Alright, let's just use an axe on this. Most of these use an axe. Destroyed engine. One uses a pickaxe. Must be this one. Tis destroyed cockpit. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna grab that lantern. Alright, that's about it for here. I don't think there's a... Geez, I thought there was a chest in here actually, but looks like not in this one. There is some randomness to well, actually I guess it's all the worlds are procedurally generated. Alright, I guess that's it for here. What's that? Chain. Let's pick up a chain. Why not? Alright. Let's head over here. Still haven't. Oh, there they are. Okay. Oh. And there is a skeleton. One thing I want to create fairly soon is a shield. It'll make fighting off the skeletons somewhat easier. How do we... Okay. Try to sneak up on this guy. It's a little difficult with a boar right there, but... No, he's seen us. Oh, archer dude. Alright, again, not too bad. Didn't do a lot of defense there, but the archer dudes are a little easier to fight than the melee guys. Alright, I generally don't attack the cute little capybaras. What is this block? Sand, okay. You can get meat from the boar. Actually, you get a lot more meat from the boar. I mean, obviously they're significantly more difficult to take down, but meat isn't too much of a problem. Although I haven't seen a lot of pheasant either, now that I think about it. Alright, let's keep an eye. Oh, so here we go. Okay, looks like some good stuff around here. Usually this little archery training ground type situation here is usually guarded by at least one skeleton. Got a little lucky this time, I guess. Alright, I think we got everything worth getting here. That's just a block. Let's get this pheasant down here. Pheasant stag? Okay. Interesting. Oh, that's right, we're gonna check this out. Now, there should be... Yeah, off in here, anything good? Oh, just some bones. Who are we looking at here? Tombstone. Nora died age 43. Oh, another one over here. Okay, I think there's generally one more feature on the starter island that's worth checking out. Probably right around, oh, on the other side of this hill, I'm guessing. Oh, here we go. What we got? Alright. Not too bad. There it is, right there. Anything interesting up here? Mushroom. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to get some water. I think we can do that over here. Oh, I see some eggs. Haven't seen any copper yet, unfortunately. Ooh, we got some stuff over there we can... the AI, the mobs don't do well with elevation differences. He missed me a lot there. Well, I think the only time he hit me was with like overhead attacks. So definitely take advantage of that. All right, we have some chest. Well, does this have? Nope, it's an enchanted sword. Durability is not great, but I'll take the enchantment. Alright. Nice. I wouldn't be surprised if there was another guy hanging out near somewhere. So we will want to keep an eye out. I'm going to grab that. Now, one change that was made to the game is that you can now hold... Let's test that, actually. You can now hold a lantern in your offhand. Copper lantern? Offhand? Oh, right there. Yeah. Nice. What does the axe do for damage? Yeah, only 4. Whereas the sword does 5, so we'll... If you can... Ooh, hello. Ooh, tin. Okay, we'll go ahead and grab all that. I think we will... Nah, I'll grab it. I was going to say we don't really need a chest, but we might as well take it. Okay, I think that should be about it for this area. Nope. I think that should be about it for this area. Yeah. I don't see anything else. No more containers. Okay. I think we're good. Alright, so now the game wants us to go ahead and craft our ship parts. Alright, let's just take a quick look over here. I'm pretty sure that's it. Oh, we need water. Water. Alright. Oh, inventory's full. Oh, we got a bow. Did not realize we got a bow. Alright, what can we dump? I don't know what that's for. That... I don't... Well... Yeah, maybe we'll not... Oh, we can do this. There we go. Now, collecting water works differently in this game than in most I've played. The bucket is just a means of gathering the water. It actually goes in your inventory. You don't fill the bucket up, you fill up spots in your inventory. So you can like gather as much as you want. I don't know what the stack size is. Let's grab, say... I think that's 40. I think that's good. Yeah, let's go with 40 for now. Just stack? No. Okay. It's fine. It would be nice if you could turn off the lantern, but still hold it in your hand. Alright, let's head back to the base after beating up this poor guy. Right there. let's drop a few things in here that we will not need, like that. Chain, I don't think we need right away. Okay, there's the... I don't need that one, especially since it doesn't stack. Let's auto-organize. Okay, so now we can see things. Need that. Okay, I think that's actually that as well. That's good for now. Alright, we are going to craft. Okay, so we need the cockpit, we need an energy generator, a wooden engine, and a balloon. Alright, we're going to need a fair amount of rope for this as well as cloth. Let's start with the things we can make. Cockpit. Energy generator. Wooden engine. And balloon. Okay, so what do we need? We need 8 cloth to do. Okay, so we need. Alright, I gotta do the math now, which is always fun. Oh, what is this? Moisture collector. Oh, that's new. So this is added with a big patch. Collects water from the atmosphere. Nice. So that allows you to collect water. So that kind of means you don't really need the bucket anymore, I guess. Alright, back to the math here. I need 8 of these, so that means I need a whole bunch of these, but luckily I have a lot of that. So let's do 10. Let's do that. We can do 7. Let's do that. That much, and let's do more. Nice. Raft. What I want to do another engine if I can, which I can. I just need more sticks. Let's do. There we go. Okay, that'll give us more power. Alright. That should be good. Oh, we got some nice new food options here. Do that. 120. That is a little bit of overkill right now. There. All right. So now, we get 2. We get all that. Oh, you know, let's do that thing where we create a. Actually, we probably can't do a shield until we get the smithing station. Want to do that? Sure. We've got the goods. All right, let's put this over, say, right here. Oh, interesting. We cannot do a shield. How do we do a shield? Oh, is there a separate armor station? Block, carpenter. Oh, does that? No. Smithing, crafting, cooking. Huh. How do you do a shield? It's not here. Alright, we'll have to figure that out later, I guess. We can resolve our lack of armor. We need head and feet. Can we do either or both of these? We can. Craft. Craft. Nice, fully armored. Up to 19. Oh, that's right, we've got a skill point. Alright, so we have Warrior, Arcanist, which is magic, basically, and Engineer, which is not really filled out yet, although there are some useful things in here. Area Scan can be useful. Life Detection, which is basically a area scan for life forms. Price estimation can be useful. Can sprint farther and allows the use of advanced tools, which will be useful later. But right now the Arcanist tree is not all that well filled out. So I think we'll focus on, for the moment, probably Warrior. We spend most of our time smacking things with sticks, so chance of not consuming an arrow, which isn't too bad. Parry Master, I don't know exactly what that means, honestly. You can block with a sword. I don't really not sure how that differs from parrying. Stealth, meh. I do like, no, I like I like this one. So for instance, if we decide we want to light things on fire with our torch, this would make it last for 3% longer. And defending consumes less stamina, also not too bad. Let's do... Honestly, I'm not going to be doing much with the torch anymore, so let's just go with the defensive stance, I guess. Okay. Eventually we will get more useful items. Oh, I want to no longer use that. Down there. Alright, so we'll be coming back here to collect these items once we've got our ship. But for the moment, let's, just so we don't run out of space on our travel there, let's go ahead and toss a few things into our inventory. I don't need that at the moment. Alright, I think that's good enough. And we're cooking. Okay, we can cook pretty much everything now. Low-level heals. This is good. Let's cook up a few of these. Let's do... Oh, let's do... let's do 5 of these. Okay, we'll let that go. We'll be waiting when we get back. Alright, we have a boat, and... oh, we are a little behind in our... Alright, this is a little annoying. It doesn't... it's not picked up on the fact that we have actually gone ahead and already placed a crafting station. Alright, oh, okay. Got ahead of myself here. Craft cockpit, we've already done that as well, and it does not recognize that, but there's no way that we can redo that, so we are stuck with that for now. It's not going to show us where the it's not going to show us where the nearest... yeah, we kind of buggered the quest. Kind of messed up the quest. I think we'll just go out and get the... hello. That is actually really close. They're not... the abandoned ships are not normally that close. Okay, we'll collect our boat here. That's kind of in the way. Alright. Pretty good size. That's going to be in the way. Those are fine the way they are, I suppose. Alright, let's place our... let's see. Alright, place our cockpit. Let's see, how are we doing? Is that... Alright. Not exactly lined up. Do we want to... I guess we could... We'll put... maybe what we'll do is... Maybe we'll put the cockpit on this end. Alright, there we are. Well, that's not right at all. Alright, our ship is very lopsided. We'll have to fix that in a bit, but for now, hold on. Alright, let's put down our energy generator. That's what this is, right? Yeah. That. Our engines on either side, and then do one of those. Alright. Oh, did it figure it out? Alright, I think it figured out that we are ahead of the curve here. Alright, let's put in some... I don't want to do all of it. There we go. Alright. Oops, I'll take off here. Alright, let's go back. Let's take her down. I think we can... I think we'll be able to land in here. Gonna hit a tree. Probably gonna hit a tree. Go way down, right there, yeah. Boom. Pull forward a little bit. There we go. they added, not as part of the big patch, I don't think, but not long before that, is they added the ability to turn off your generators from here. Boom. That's actually huge. You used to have to disengage, go over to your engine, your energy generator, and you have to turn it off manually. And if you have, eventually you'll have multiple energy generators, and you had to do each one individually, which was really a pain. That was a huge, I think that was very much requested by players, and it was something that they thankfully delivered on. Alright, well, I think I'm going to stop things there for now. We have basically, I am glad the game picked up on the fact that we had completed those quest steps, obviously, in order to get where we are now. So we don't have that hanging overhead. So, yeah, we're now basically on our own. That's the tutorial, and we are now free to explore as much as we can. Eventually, those islands up there are probably too high. Our ship has a maximum level, so you can upgrade various things. You can upgrade your speed, you can upgrade your the max ship size, and so this is the altitude. This is where you upgrade your the ability, how high you can go. Which you also have to, upgrading that upgrades your maximum height, but it doesn't mean you can automatically climb that high. You need additional balloons to climb higher. So, yeah. All right. Well, as I said, we're gonna stop here and look forward to the next episode where we will start to do some actual exploring. I may fix the rather ungainly nature of our ship offline and go grab that stuff and kind of set things up here on our ship. I'll have to chop down a whole bunch of trees so I can build out the size of the ship, but I will do that offline so I don't have to bore you with that. So, I will remind you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you like. Hit like if you like this video. Drop a comment if you have some ideas. Let me know if you're playing Everwind. Yeah. And until then, I will remind you to eat, drink, and survive.